Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope you're doing wonderful. And as people are coming in, let me know what's in your cup and what is on your hook today. Today, I'm going to be working diligently on two things. First things first, I need to get this finished. I'm still weaving it ends. Oh my gosh. Remind me of this moment when I'm making other grading squares, and remind me I need to weave in my ends as I go along, because yeah, that's driving me a little nutty. And then if I can get this finished, I will be working on my shrug. So those are my two projects that I'm working on. They're not on the hook right now because I talk with my hands. So, hey, Triple C. Hey, how are you doing? So nice to see you here. I know I got a few people in here. Oh my goodness, the cats are tearing through the house. So if you see one fly by, that's what's going on. Hey, Sanita. I loved seeing your mug today. I'm so excited about that. So you're on your second cup of coffee. I'm on number 3. I go through pretty quick. I make a weak cup of coffee, though. I don't know if y'all know. I do make a pretty weak cup of coffee. And you're on a hat. Awesome. So another blue hat. Hey, Ursula. I'm so glad you caught me, too. I'm so happy to see you here. Yes. You like my granny squares? Thank you. And I know I need to catch up with that. I need to say, most people are coming in and saying hello, so that's why I'm not reading the comments. I will read them when I need to. Just to let you know, Sanita's working on a hat. And hi, Handmade Designs. I'm going to call you HD. Hi, HD. And thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, the shrug. I can't wait to get that done. I should have been working on it. I only have one skein really left to do on it. And since it's a super chunky, it goes quick. So I should be able to get it done. If not today, then hopefully tonight. It'll definitely be done this week, though. And Deneen says, hello from Saskatchewan. Hello, Deneen. Hi, Michelle. So nice to see you here. And Ursula's saying hi to everybody. Tammy's in the house. She's saying, morning, y'all. Giant cup of coffee this morning. And I started a glorious granny blanket for me. Good for you, Tammy. I can't wait to see it. And Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. And she's making granny triangles. And Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, encouraged her to try. Awesome. I can't wait to see that too. Let's see here. And, Triple C, I know your name, but it's escaping me now. So if you could share with me your name, I'm so sorry about that. I've watched you before, and I'm like, why am I not remembering her name? If you don't mind. But Triple C says, I'm working on a hat and scarf pattern. That's awesome. Is this one that you're creating for your channel? And thank you so much for the congratulations. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my 1K giveaway video went live this morning. I was fast asleep when it went live. I queued everything up to go live all at the same time between Instagram, Facebook, and here. So but I was snoozing away at 8 a.m. I woke up at about 9 a.m. So our projects are all done and you just need to edit all. That's awesome. I can't wait to see those. Yay. That's HD that said that. And Jamie says, Tammy, more. I just finished 3 glorious granny blankets. So fun to create. And Ursula says, I'm finishing off a blanket here. My whip number 2 done. And then onto the temperature blanket to do temperatures for the last 7 days. Ooh, I can't wait. Are you posting progress pictures and I'm not seeing them somewhere? because I would love to see progress pictures of your temperature blanket. Those are always fun to see, you know. And I know that your time of year is going to look very. At this time of year is going to look. It's like it'll be opposite. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Thank you for joining me. And she says, hi from my little corner of Kentucky. You're not too far away from me. It depends on where in Kentucky you're at. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina. I'm actually very close to Georgia. I am 30 minutes from Georgia, 1 hour from Tennessee, and about an hour from South Carolina. But I live in North Carolina. And Ursula says hello to Barbara. And hi, Bev. How are you doing? So, Dana. That's it, Dana. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Or thank you, Ursula. So, Dana, I'm so sorry about that. I know I've watched your stuff, and I've seen you in chats that I've joined when I've been able to join. So, Dana, got it. Thank you. And hey, Bev, thank you so much for joining me today. So Shannon's in the house. Thank you. She's making her first cup of coffee and learning to knit while working on a scarf. That's awesome. I love that. Now, knit is way down the road for me, though. I think I'm going to learn to Tunisian and crochet and then do some mosaics before I learn how to knit. I've tried before, and yeah, it's like two left hands. It's not pretty, but one day I'll get there. Oh, so Michelle says, I'm feeding and loving on the baby while watching. Oh, I would love that. And Jill's in the house. She says, hiya and congrats. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And again, thank you, Ursula, for letting me know. Triple C is Dana. Thank you. I feel horrible. I didn't know that. And hi, Sandra. Sandra says, hello, everybody. Or hello, ladies, is what she really says. I was paraphrasing. And Jamie says, Jamie, I'm loving it. I can't believe how easy it is. And Jill says, I'm near Savannah. That's awesome. I love Savannah. I think you talked about this last time. I lived for about 5-6 years in Charleston. I have actually still have family in Somerville, which is right near Charleston. But yeah, so Savannah was one of my favorite places to see if I wasn't in Charleston. And can't believe how easy it is. I'm near Savannah. And Ursula says, okay, I will post some pics, progress for pics of my tent blanket tomorrow. It is so hot here. We're melting at 6 p.m. and we've got the fans on, drinking anything with ice. Yes, I feel you. I'll be that way in another probably 4 months. Maybe, knowing me, probably in another 3 months I'll be that way. Hi, Tanya. Wait, and you know what? I know that we've had this discussion before. So it's not Tanya. It's actually Tanja, right? Like tangerine. So it's Tanja. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to change your name. But Tanja's in the house, and she's saying, hello, everyone. Crystal's here, and Crystal says, hi, Melanie, everyone. Hey, Crystal, I got your other box. And so just let you know, I got your other box in your blanket. And your stuff's been passed on to Mom, and she loves it. You'll see your thank you video coming up. I don't think it's going to be this Friday. It'll probably be next Friday. I have a lot of videos that need to come out in January that are going to be coming out this week. I have 3 videos coming up this week. 2 of them tutorials. One's a stitch study, and this is why I need to get that blanket done, is to finish up my the Granny Square blanket tutorial and get that posted. Hi, Bev. So Bev can only stay a few minutes at lunch and work. Okay, that's fine. I appreciate you dropping in. Any little time that you can give me, I always appreciate that. Thank you. And Dana says, thanks, Ursula. I was helping Joe get prepared for a tournament. And thank you again, Dana, for dropping in on me. I always appreciate seeing you. All right, you guys. So if you haven't yet, which I know a lot of you have, but if you haven't yet, let me know what's in your cup and what is on your hook today. And I'm going to show you again what I'm working on. So today I'm working on finishing up this, I'm weaving in so many ends, so many ends. But I'm working on this today. I need to finish this today and finish up the tutorial so I can make sure it's posted next week. And then my second thing that I'm working on also needs to be done this week, but this will be done much more quickly, is this, which this is my chunky shrug, which I didn't, on this one, I didn't really print out the pattern, but it'll be in my link tonight because I'm make a suggestion. We're talking about chunky yarn, so it's one of my suggested projects for, that's actually super chunky yarn, but one of my suggested projects for chunky yarn, and so it'll be in the description box on the Yarn Hookers chat, which is at the same place. It's at my house this week. So, and you know, sometimes I think that my chat gets stuck. So you guys, if I keep looking over and you're saying stuff and I'm not responding, it's because I feel like it's gotten a little stuck, a little weird. But I'm going to go ahead and ask the first question for today. Now, I have 3 questions that kind of go together, and I saw them last week, and I mentioned that I was going to ask them on a different day. So we're still in January, so we're reflecting on 2020. So that's where my questions are coming from. And the first question is, in what ways did you grow emotionally in 2020? I think so many of us learned how to work from home, how to see people less, which is hard, especially if you're a social person. I guess I'd say it's harder it wasn't so hard for me, but then again, I am not quite as social. I'm not a social butterfly. And here the chats are coming up. So normally I'm behind by now, but I think it was a little slow, and now I'm seeing stuff popping up here. It may be me, Ursula. So hopefully it's not too bad. So I apologize if it is me. I do live in the mountains. Like, if somebody dropped my house in the middle of some trees in a valley in the mountains, and every once in a while I have some squirrely internet. So just to let you know, if you guys are having some problems, let me know. I can always try and disconnect, reconnect, and see if that works. It may end up working itself out, but just let me know. It says, do you remember wearing a Sloppy Joe jersey / sweater in the 80s? Are you too young for that, Melanie? I actually might be just a smidge young. So you think about your formative years as your high school years. And I got into my freshman year in 1989. So I did grow up in the 80s, but my more formative years, I consider myself like a cusp kid. So like the late 80s and into the early 90s. It was fashion when I was a teenager. I knitted one as well. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. I think it was gross fashion. I love that though. Oh, thank you, Dana. So Dana's asking everybody to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. And Tanja says, yep. Okay. So I am so sorry that I initially said your name wrong, but yes. So Tanja's in the house, everybody. And Ursula says, Dana, yeah, I guess that you just stepped away for a moment. No problem, Dana. And Jill says, I've been to Charleston about 6 times in the last few months, going to VA hospital for cataract surgery. Oh, there's no VA in VA hospital in Savannah? I would think there would be, but there's not somebody there that can help with cataract surgery. So when is that? I have to keep you in our thoughts. Ursula says, oh, wait, it popped up. See, everything's coming up now. Ooh, I've got Serious Like here by me. I don't think it's you, it's me. Jamie says, Tammy, you will notice it turns into a wonky shape after row 20. I found just a simple single crochet border straightens it out at the end. I posted pictures on Ursula's Facebook page. Thanks, Sandra. So Sandra said she forgot her thumbs up. So she tapped that like button. And Crystal says, remember that one of those scarves was for you. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I forgot about that. So I need to go and claim one of those and tell my mom that she can claim one as well. Thank you, Crystal. And Dana says, I will be having coffee. Ursula says, okay, I went out and came back because of my lag. Oh, got you. Okay. I think I had a little hiccup there because all of a sudden all my stuff started flying up. And hi, Julie. I see you there. Hi, Julie. I haven't gotten to your comment yet, but I will in a minute. Oh, Cheryl says, hello, Mel. I'm sorry I'm late. Just glad to see 2020 is finally over. Isn't that right? But Cheryl, you are never late. You're always on time. I'm always happy to see you whatever time you can get here. And Tammy said, oh, I popped up again. Hang on a second. Tammy says, hey, Cheryl. Oh, no. That was Dana. Dana says, hey, Cheryl. And Tammy says, I learned to be nice to myself. Amen to that. Everybody needs to learn to be nice to yourself. And if you think you're nice to yourself, really listen to your inner dialogue and make sure that's the case. That is a hard thing to do. So high five on that one. I still work on that one. And Tammy Moore says that was Tammy Twyford. And then Tammy Moore says, Jamie, thank you. I was getting worried it was going to be wonky. And Julie's in the house says, good morning, gorgeous. I'm in line at Dunkin'. Ooh, love Dunkin'. Well, I don't love their coffee. It's a little bitter for me. I'm more of a Starbucks girl, but I love their, they have this wrap with it's just a little tortilla with egg and bacon and cheese in it. Love that thing. I used to eat a couple of them on my way to work when I used to go to work because I don't do that anymore. And we don't have a Dunkin' around here either. So there's no Dunkins. My husband was very upset about that. He loves Dunkin' coffee. Okay, so Morena, I'm sorry I said that really horribly. Morena from Yarnin and Darnin said, and hi, welcome. It said, I had some PTSD, so 2020 gave me space and time to relax and stay calm. That is awesome. And that is a silver lining to a horrible year. So I'm really happy to see that. Ursula says, hi, Julie. And she says, I will for sure be kinder to myself in 2021. Isn't that hard, Ursula? I know it is for me. And Dana says, hey, Julie. And Julie saying hi back. And Jill says, no, just a clinic. Oh, so you don't have a full hospital. You just have a VA clinic. Okay. So you can go there for regular ailments, but surgeries and stuff, you have to go to Charleston. Ooh. That's no fun, but at least Charleston's gorgeous, right? Are you able to enjoy some of the sights while you're there? I love the Battery. Yeah, when I lived there, we went there a lot. And give me just a minute here. I am backing up. Okay, so Ursula says, okay, no lag on my phone, so I've got you on 2 devices. Thank you. Typing on my laptop and listening on my cell. I understand that. Been there. Hi, Jen. How are you? She says, good morning. I've been lurking. Well, I am so glad that you're here, Jen. I appreciate you being here. Jill says, already had it done in October. And, oh, okay, so you've been there a lot and you had it. Okay, got it. So how'd it go, the surgery? Everything good? A friend of mine from Augusta was, I think she's already had the surgery. She's waiting until she retired, and she retired probably about a year ago. I need to ask her. I need to reach out to her. I haven't talked to her in a little bit. Karen is in the house. Hi, Karen. She says, good morning, everyone. And Ursula says, yeah, yay, supper just walked in the door. Woohoo! Just after 6 p.m. Burger King. Hey, I had that yesterday. I was craving a chicken sandwich. And Jen says, Ursula, always good to see you. And Julie says, congratulations on your 1K, Mel. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. You helped. So thank you. Dana says, I learned to take everything slow and not stress over things I have no control over. Amen to that as well, right? That is, I think, one of the hardest lessons, along with being nice to yourself, one of the hardest lessons as you mature. And it's some people never learn it, to be honest with you. But it's I love that. I love that, Dana. That's awesome. And Dana says, hey, Jen. And Jen says, congrats, Melanie, on your milestone 1K. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now I just need to get the watch hours, but I'll get there. I'm close. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm very close. And hang on just a minute. I'm backing up here. Oh, and I'm getting some that Crystal says congratulations. And Ursula. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It's all because of you. Thank you. And Jen says, hi, Dana. And Dana says, thank you so much for all of your support. Oh, you guys are awesome. Love y'all. Sanita says, yes, Dana, I learned that to not take anything personally. Yes. That is so hard. You have to step back. You have to step back a minute. Especially I think for everybody who does like YouTube channels, there's every once in a while there's those comments that just kind of burn you a little bit. And then, but you got to remember that everybody has their own viewpoint, their own perceptions. So, so it's not about you, it's about how they're perceiving the world. And then it helps you kind of understand not to take things as personally. But trust me, it's hard. It's an exercise, a daily exercise. And Jen says, I wish I could do so much more, Dana. Aw, I love that. And Ursula says, now I say to myself, what would I like my daughter to do in a situation? That's good. I like that, Ursula, because I can give her great advice, but I need to follow and implement my own advice. Thank you, ma'am. Absolutely. So that works better now. I'm gonna steal that from you, Ursula. I like that a lot. Hi, Judy. So Judy's in the house. She's saying, hey, everybody. And Jen says, Judy, I received my shawl. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Thank you. That's awesome. Yay. Hi, Ingrid. So nice to see you. I'm always so excited when I see you because I know you're feeling up to being here, and I always appreciate you. Ingrid says, hi, Mel, and everyone in the chat. And people are saying hi, and I lost my spot. Where am I at? Okay, I didn't lose it too bad. Ingrid, thank you. So Ingrid's saying congratulations on your huge milestone of 1K. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Ingrid. And it's because of all of you. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Judy's saying congrats. And Ingrid saying hi, Crystal and Ursula. And hey, Veronica, how are you? I know you must be close if you haven't crossed the 1K mark yet. And she's also saying congratulations. Thank you so much. With lots of emojis, party emojis, which I love. And Shannon says, I learned patience and working at Walmart. I enjoyed quiet times at home. I bet you learned some patience working at Walmart because, and especially where in the country that you're at, because I know here, our local Walmart, there are some people that don't want to wear masks. And it was a requirement at Walmart pretty early on. Before it became a requirement for the state. So, anyway, you must have learned patience. Wow. Lots and lots of patience. Ingrid saying, hi, Judy. And she says, and we meet again. And Judy saying hi. Ingrid. Cheryl here says, yes, congrats on your goal of 1,000. Amazing and understandable because you're an amazing person and so giving. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. After this 1K giveaway, my big giveaways are probably going to slow down. I'm always going to have like little giveaways on my channel. I like having the little giveaways. Actually, I'm going to have like 3 giveaways going on at the same time here at one point because of the 1K giveaway. But I love giving stuff away. Trust me, I love it. Oh, I get you. Okay, so Ingrid hit intro too soon. She says, meant to say, hey, we meet again, Veronica. Oops. All right. I'm backing up here. I lost it. If I say or oops, then it popped up. Oh, and Ursula says, hurting people hurt people. Amen to that. Abso-freaking-lutely. And that is what I try my best to keep in mind. That usually if somebody is nasty in comments, something's happened to make them unhappy. So, and like you said, it has, oh my Lord. I'm sorry. My cats are tearing up my house. Rowan. All right. She's coming to get the kitten. The kitten's chasing around the bigger cats. He just causes a ruckus in the house all the time. She's coming to get him, to take him in her room so he can not be tearing up the house while I'm trying to have a live. I don't know if y'all heard them running back and forth. But anyway, so back to what Ursula was saying, hurting people hurt people. So if people say hurtful things, I know they are just hurting, so I can be more forgiving. Exactly. That is a great lesson for everybody to keep in mind. I love that. Lund and Bev says lunch is a smoothie, so I'm still listening. Awesome. Thank you for still listening. I need to have lunch here in a little bit. I think it's probably gonna be soup. I love soup, you guys. Julie Woolly Knit says hi everyone, and Ingrid says hi Cheryl, and Veronica says hi again. Hello again, my friend Ingrid. Oh, David's in the house. I didn't even see where David popped in. Oh no, Jamie's asking if David is in the house. So David Browning, are you here? So I don't know. I haven't seen him say hi, and he's usually pretty good about saying hi when he pops in. Where are we at? I lost my spot again, you guys. I'm getting there. Thank you, Bev. Bev says, yay for you. I am caught up. And Ursula says, I don't think so, Jamie. Yeah, I don't think, because I haven't seen him say hi yet. He's really good about that. Ursula says, big hug to you, sweet Julie. And Crystal says, that's right, Julie. Yeah, Julie says, I skipped over this. Julie says, love that, Ursula. People who hurt people are hurting inside. Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. And Ingrid says, I love being here, Mel. Thank you. I love that you love being here. Yay. Love your lives. And when possible, if all is well, I'll always attend. Well, I'm always happy to see you. Mwah. Thank you for being here, Ingrid. And Bev says, hi, Julie. Ingrid says, Julie, hello. Haven't chatted to you in a while. How are you? And Dana says, you are so right, Ursula. Absolutely. I agree. Ingrid says, never a more true words spoken. Amen to that, my friend. And Ursula says, we don't mind what happens as long as you're live. It's great because we're here to see you. Thank you. Mwah. Cats chasing each other. Doesn't matter. Just keep going. That's right. I think my little one got my middle one. So I have a 5-year-old cat, a 2-year-old cat, and then I have a kitten. I think my little one got my middle one a little riled up, but without the little one chasing him through the house, he does a little bit less ruckus. And Cheryl says, hello, friends. Hey, David. Is David here? I may have been because I said, hey, David earlier because I thought he was here. I'm confused. I was confused, Cheryl. I don't think he's here. And Jill says, surgery was wonderful and amazing. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so happy for that. You know, whenever you do tactile stuff or stuff that you want to see, if your site starts going, it gets really tough. That would not be my favorite thing. Oh, yes. Yes, Shannon. Soups are my favorite, quick and easy. I made this past week, we do this several times during the winter, but we make a sausage white bean chili, and it is so good. You can look it up on Pinterest. That's where I got the recipe from, but so good. I love it. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to have for lunch. We have some leftovers. There's not as much of the beans and the sausage in it, and it uses breakfast sausage, not like Italian sausage. It uses breakfast sausage. And you think, oh, that's weird for chili, but no, it works perfectly. It's so good. All right. I'm backing up. Excuse me. Okay. And Julie says, hi, Bev. And Ursula says, you see, I teach my daughter that hurting people hurt people. So that's what I mean. We all, mothers, know how to teach and give advice to our kids, but we need to follow it ourselves. It's difficult. Absolutely. Yeah. You're just the wise one on the hill today, Ursula. Jamie says, David, I wanted to personally tell him what a wonderful job he did on the recent donation to your Mama's Foundation. Didn't he? He floors me every time. All of you guys do, honestly. And I don't want to minimize what anybody has sent at all. But I'm amazed at how prolific some of you guys are as crocheters. I feel like I'm crocheting in the mud because I'm so much slower. It might have something to do with working and doing tutorials and stuff like that. Maybe, but I just feel like I'm crocheting in the mud. I'm just so much slower. And hi, Nancy. It's so nice to see you. You recently hit 1K too. And so did Ursula. So congrats to them on hitting 1K. Well, I assume this. So last I looked for you guys are like so close to 1K. I know you have to have hit it by now. If I'm wrong on that, then please correct me. But I feel like you guys have recently hit the 1K, like within the past week. Excuse me. And Whippy Chick says hi, or Julie says hi, Ingrid. Oh, and Nancy's knitting today. That's awesome. And I got to back up a little bit. Ursula says, Jill, oh, that's good that the surgery went well. Exactly. I love that. Wanda's here. Hi, Wanda, fellow lefty in the house. It says, hey, everyone, I just left the wait station at west of Asheville. You are so, yes. Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. So she says, waved at you, Mel, as I went by the Franklin exit last night. Oh, I love that. One of these days we'll have to. It's right now with the pandemic. I wouldn't, but yeah, one of these days, if you're driving by, we need to either have dinner or have lunch together or something. Just not right now, only because of the pandemic. Everybody needs to be safe. And Dana says, Nancy, your knitting is amazing. And Kim's in the house. Hi, Kim. Kim says, hello, everyone. Thanks, Mel, for the Crochet Bible recommendation last week. I found a Stitch dictionary from 1985 at Savers this week. That's awesome. As well, $3.99. That's a great deal. I'm working and lurking. That's awesome. Thank you for lurking with me, Kim. I appreciate it. I got up late. I didn't get a chance to lurk with you. And then since my post went live, I've been responding to some comments as I can. Ursula says, hi, Wanda. Hi, Kim. And Jill says, you should watch a video of a cataract surgery. It's amazing. I don't know if I would be able to. That would, I'll look at it. Maybe have my husband watch it and he can tell me if he can watch it. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm not with somebody who watches, I watch detective shows and like stuff like that, like Bones and everything. I watch those kind of things and I don't mind doing that, but actually seeing a live surgery, I'd have I'd have a hard time with that. Although when I had my C-section, my husband asked them to lower the little shield that they put up in the room. And he said he was kind of giving me a little bit of a blow by blow. I was so high off the drugs though. So when I say off the drugs, like what they gave me, they had to give me something to because I got really, really sick. Because when I went into labor, and this is my labor story, mostly women here, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But when I went into labor, I went in super duper hard. So my contractions, I didn't like gradually work up on my contractions. They were heavy and hard from the get-go, and it was making me throw up. So they gave me something to kind of ease that a little bit. And then of course, I did get a the thing an epidural. I got an epidural, and then of course I went into surgery. So the epidural, and I'm like, I can't feel anything. And then they cut into me, and I'm like, oh, that felt a little funny. And the doctor's like, if you weren't like on a pain reliever, that would feel a little bit more than a little funny. Anyway, back to my chat. Okay, and Ursula says, hi, Kim. You should watch the video. Okay, so I'm at the creative shop with Sandra. Sandra says, always appreciate when YouTubers don't allow the bad comments to overcome their videos. Yeah, everybody's going to get them. You're live, so everybody's going to get them. I'm sure it's quite difficult, but it's greatly appreciated. Yes, exactly, Sandra. Because who wants to hear about that? It's not in the scheme of things, it's not important, you know? Ursula says, wise one on the hill. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, you are today. You're a wise one on the hill. And I did jumped up on me. I'm behind, you know, as always, I'm behind. Where am I at? Okay. Ingrid says, Nancy, I'm totally new to knitting and made it one of my goals for 2021. That's awesome. To be able to knit socks. Actually, that would be kind of cool. I've already knitted Ross's Speed Shop shawl, so I want to knit socks. That sounds so cool. I can't wait to see them, Ingrid. And Ursula says, Sandra, yes, that is so true. Julie says, hardest to follow when it's our kids that are the ones being hurt. Thank you. Mama Bear comes out. Yeah, my daughter actually had a moment in middle school. So my daughter got accepted into a magnet school for 6th grade. And everybody, we were all so excited about it because it was an art school. So she got accepted, but it was really like their academic level was like crazy high. They're within the top 100 middle to high schools in the nation. So she got accepted to it. And when she got there, I think is when the very first time she started to experience just being hurt by other kids. And there was this one comment that one of the kids texted to her after she moved away from there. We moved away from it, so she was only there a year. And there was this girlfriend she thought was a friend, and she was texting her. And this girl texted her back. It's something like, to be honest, Rowan, I was only friends with you because I felt sorry for you because nobody wanted to be friends with you. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, that little girl would have so been hurt if she'd been in front of me at that moment. But my girl is good. She just deleted everything and moved on. She did good. She did, and she reacted to it really well. She didn't respond. It hurt her. She cried a little bit, but she moved on. And we had a conversation about it and stuff. But yeah, that was tough. All right. So that's another sidebar. Yeah, you feel your heart goes out to your kids. But DPNs confuses the heck out of me. I'm trying circulars now. You know what? I was watching Cinnamon Stitches and she was talking about DPNs. I think it was in one of her videos. I don't think she was doing a tutorial on it though. So, all right, I'll scratch that. Don't worry about it. Oh, and Jill says, Ursula, I watch you too sometimes. That's awesome. I love that. And Crystal says, that is correct, Julie, what you just said. Ursula says, I know that Nancy is over 1K, but she needs more hours. Same to me. And so do you. So I'll grab a playlist and just run. Thank you, Ursula. Mwah. But you don't have to put yourself out. I'll get my hours by the end of February if I don't get them sooner. But regardless, I really do appreciate it. Linda says, hi, Mel and lady. Sorry I'm late. You're never late, Linda. Don't ever be sorry for that. You're here right on time, just when I need you to be here. So you're good. Jill says, yeah, I recognize your name. And Ursula says, Jill, yeah, I recognize your name. And then she says, hi, Linda. And Ursula says, Linda is telling me Linda is crocheting a blanket, a star blanket, I think. But it's a work of art. So many great stitches and colors. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see that, Linda. But I know you post your work in Yarn Hookers. So I know I'm going to be able to see that. And I love seeing what you post. Anybody, if you post your work and either Hook to the Left community or the Yarn Hookers community, we love seeing that. We really do. I have Nancy and Kim running on the laptop. Oh, thanks, Anita. That's awesome. Having somebody running on the laptop and then also in my chat. Love it. And Veronica says, hi, Linda. Hi, Sanita. Which I love seeing the picture of your cup. Love that. And Karen says, I'm 72 and finally retired, so I'm remodeling my house and working on yarn arts. I crochet, knit, loom knit, and do embroidery and counted cross stitch. Oh my gosh. So you're remodeling your house. So are you like, you're going to have like a craft room? I'm so excited for you. And you're retired at 72. Yeah. So I keep looking forward to retiring so that I can do more, more crochet goodness stuff. But yeah, I got like 20 some odd years. I'm not retiring yet. I still work my 50 hours. And then when the summer rolls around, I'm going to be working even more. Oh, they have animated ones, Jill. So they have animated, like showing how the surgery. Okay, now that I can watch. I would have a hard time watching the real one. And Ursula says, I've ordered the Crochet Bible and it's on back order. Oh no, apparently it's out of stock. I'm sorry. Wasn't out of stock when I ordered it, but good things come to those who wait, I heard. Right? It's so hard to have patience. All right, it popped up on me again. Popped up on me again. There we go. Linda says, hi, Veronica. And Ursula says, Karen, oh, that is such a great place to be in your life to be. Wow, exactly. Crystal says, I sometimes watch Dr. Pimple Popper. I cannot watch that. That grosses me out. So my husband's family, they are people who love that kind of stuff. And they're like, they pick at each other like monkeys. They crack me up. I can't. My husband's like, can you get this for me? I'm like, nope, not me. You need to drive to Augusta. You need to go see your sister because I am not the one. I just can't. Ugh, I can't. And Crystal says, I think it's amazing. Yes. And people love it. I can't do it. So not my thing. And Nancy says, I just learned to knit after New Year's. That's awesome. I love that. And Ingrid says, how true, Julie. My son is 33 and I still get hot under the collar when I hear or see he's being hurt. I have only him. And if you want to see my Scorpio stinger, mess with my son, right? My daughter is my only one. So I feel you there. And Crystal says, that's me, Ingrid. With any of my family, I am a fellow Scorpio. Says my daughter. My daughter is a Scorpio. Jamie says, Karen, wow, I want to be you when I grow up, right? And Ingrid says, Nancy, so we are almost in the same boat regarding knitting. So Ingrid just started too. That's awesome. Hi, Viviana. So nice to see you. And Ingrid says, hello, Viviana. Yeah, and Crystal, according to when I mentioned my story a little bit back, she says, how rude of that girl. I agree. And my daughter deleted it before I even looked at it, because I would have called her back and asked her to put me on the phone with her mama, because I would have had a talk with her mama, because that's not how you treat people. And Nancy says, hey, Ingrid, that is awesome. Hi, Kathy. So nice to see you here. So Kathy says, good morning, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and I'm catching up on chat still, everybody, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question. And for those of you that weren't in here earlier, I did ask the first question. So the first question was, in what ways did you grow emotionally in 2020? So the next question is, in what ways did you grow spiritually in 2020? That one's a hard one for me to answer. I think my emotional and my spiritual growth kind of go hand in hand. So when I learn to be more accepting of others, that's also spiritual growth. When I learn to be accepting of other people's pain or not taking it personally and stuff, that's also spiritual growth. So, and maybe I'm wrong in the way I look at things. Likely I am, But yeah, so I think those two go hand in hand for me. So Ingrid says, Crystal, LOL. So you know exactly what I mean. And Ursula says, when my daughter was bullied at school, one of the things I explained to her was, think how twisted that girl must be on the inside to say something like that to you. And that's part of the conversation that we had. That people who say stuff like that, they're lashing out at something that's going on within that you aren't aware of. And Ursula says, imagine, would you ever do that? Then she feels better because she realizes it's a hurting person. Exactly. And like, it goes back to hurting people hurt people. And Crystal says, yes, I do, Ingrid. Veronica says, hi, Viviana. And I got to back up here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ingrid says, XOXO to Crystal. And Ursula says, it's no problem. I read it at night, so it's no problem. Unfortunately, I don't have to literally run. I seriously won't be able to help you. Otherwise, I seriously won't be able to help you, right? I understand what you're saying there. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know it's hard for me to catch everybody's videos. I try and watch where I can, and then I comment when I can. At the most, if I watch and I have something going on in the background, I don't have time to comment, because I run things to have the noise going while I work. So I hit that like button whenever I do watch you. So I don't want you guys to think that I don't watch it. I watch you guys. I watch a lot of stuff. I just don't always comment. Oh, well, Linda says, Starburst. I have 10 more rows to do. Ooh, so we get to see a picture soon. Yay. And Crystal's giving some emojis to Ingrid. Shannon says, I was bullied as a kid, so I've raised my girls how hurtful people can be, and they need to learn kindness. Exactly. Hurt them with kindness. Honey attracts a lot more people than, I forget what the comparison was, right? It's a Southern thing that we say. And Veronica says, good morning, Kathy. And Ingrid says, thank you, Crystal. Okay, they're talking to each other. I love that. Jill says, amazingly, there is no blood during the surgery. That's cool. That's really cool. Although, in even the eye surgery, there's not, how whenever you have like your vision corrected, there's a little bit of blood, but it's not like blood. It's like you end up with like blood vessels kind of burst a little bit. So you heal from that. But no, my friend had that surgery and she was able, right away. So your eyes must heal amazingly quick. Anyway, so cool. Karen says, yes, I'm setting up a craft room and putting down some new flooring plus new kitchen cabinets. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting, Karen. So exciting. Are you taking before and after pictures? Kathy Ann is here. Hi, Kathy Ann. So nice to see you. Kathy Ann has been with me for like almost from the beginning. And so have several other people almost from the beginning. It just amazes me that you still watch me, Kathy. But Kathy Ann says, congratulations on 1K. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ursula says, Karen, do you have a channel? And Wanda says, I love watching Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh God, I get it. Hi, Emmy. So nice to see you. And Shannon says, I'm so sorry to hear you had to endure being bullied. Yeah, it's never fun. I know my middle school years. I think middle schoolers are nasty. They don't, what it is I think that they haven't learned true empathy yet because they're still really young. And, but they have, it's just conflict resolution. They haven't learned that either. So it's just, yeah. I think my middle school years were my worst years. And the same with my child. It says, the fact that you raise your girls teaching them kindness is just beautiful, isn't it? I think whenever you get bullied, you tend to, oh, hi, Squishy. Hi. And she says, good day, Melanie. And I cannot say that in a good Australian accent. Otherwise I would, but no, that would be laughable. So I'm not going to do that. Ingrid says, hi, Emmy. Hey, Squishy. I'm so nice to see you here. And Emmy is saying hello to everybody. Kathy says, so much with everything going. So much with everything going. I got to catch up and figure out what that means. That may dawn on me here in a minute. Probably so much spiritual growth with everything going on. Yeah, I think that's what you mean, right, Kathy? And Crystal says, my husband's mom got me hooked onto Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh, Ursula says, I think when I have spiritual growth, the emotional follows. Thank you. Exactly. Personally, I can't have emotional growth without the spiritual growth. The spiritual growth flows over to the rest of my life and viewpoints. Exactly. Ursula, I said it. You're the wise one on the hill today. That's amazing wording there. Love it. Better than my, they go hand in hand. I use hand gestures. And Nancy says, our faith is tested during these difficult times. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Vinegar. Thank you, Ursula. See, I was trying to think of it. You get more people with honey than you do with vinegar. Exactly. You got it. And Emmy says, we say that all the time. Hurt people hurt people. Yes, exactly. You guys are all so brilliant. And I'm backing up here. Backing up because it popped up on me. Because that's what it does. Okay, I'm back. Viviana says, if we all love our neighbors as we love ourselves, this could be a better planet. Amen to that, Viviana. Amen to that. Oh, and Sanita said I had LASIK a few years ago. Okay, so that's what I was talking about, where they correct your vision, LASIK. I don't know if I could get it. I'd have a hard time keeping my eyes open, but I don't mind wearing glasses. Honestly, the glasses hide the bags under my eyes, so I'm good with that. I'm good with glasses. David says, hey, honey. Hi, David. My husband's usually the one that calls me honey, but hello. And Emmy says, I've been struggling with faith right now. Oh, no, Emmy, I'm sorry. If there's any way that I can help you with that, with the struggle, you let me know, okay? And Jill says they recommend having cataract surgery instead of LASIK if 30 or older. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. And Ursula says, Viviana, so true. Oh, that's so sweet. Michelle says, okay, the baby's sleeping on to crochet. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, just struggle to babies. And Viviana says, my daughter was relentlessly bullied by a group of girls all through middle school. Now she is in a wonderful high school with kids that have a lot of similarities with her, and she is so happy. Well, so we moved. So we had a few moves. So from sixth grade is when my daughter was in the school, and I don't think that was the only time that something happened. She didn't communicate everything to me, I'm sure. But that's when her scholastically she really started to struggle. And this is coming from a girl who easily made straight A's her whole life. So I pulled her out in the 7th grade, and we did virtual schooling, and that was a huge failure. She is not meant for virtual schooling. She does better with in-person learning and as you go. But that's just a discovery that we made. And of course, right now we're discovering it all over again because of everything. But and then so that was 7th grade. And then for 8th grade, we moved here to Franklin. And I really think moving here to Franklin has been huge. She connects with some of the kids on a much deeper level. She had some great friends through elementary and middle school where she was at there. But yeah, just it's all around happier, except for the whole virtual thing right now is not working well for us. But we'll see if we can't work that puppy out. All right. And Julie says, hi, Emmy. And says, okay, so Ollie's in the house and says, hello, how are you? My name is Ollie. Hi, Ollie, how are you? And Viviana says, hi, dear Ursula. Ingrid says, I agree, Mel. Spiritual and emotional growth goes hand in hand to me as well. I am open to learning, listening with compassion, and would like to think I grow in both fields day by day. Yeah, me too. I'm with you on that one, Ingrid. Exactly. You got to work on it a little bit every day. And Veronica says, hi, Ollie. Welcome. Kathy says, yes, sorry. Okay, thank you. I knew I would get it here in a minute. So it's me playing catch up. You know how it goes. And Crystal says, I was bullied. Bullied from middle school to high school, and sometimes even when I go to the grocery store, I get bullied now. That's horrible. I am so sorry that you experienced that, Crystal. People. But we'll go back to what Ursula said. Hurting people hurt people. So if we can keep that in mind, it's hard to take away from that. Are you leaving, honey? Yeah. All right, bye. Have a good day. Drive careful. Yeah. So let's listen to the wise woman on the hill, Ursula. Amy says, hi, Julie. The blanket is almost finished. And Ingrid says, Michelle, enjoy your crocheting. I know you enjoyed the baby too. And Sanita says, my mom had cataract surgery on both eyes. I just had very bad vision. Now I can't believe I waited so long to get it done. Oh, I have and actually I have the genes to, and I have it in my family too, but to possibly have macular degeneration as I get older. So I have to keep an eye on that with my eye doctor. But I hit my 30s. I never needed glasses until I hit my 30s, and I'm nearsighted. I see better close up, and actually I need bifocals now. So, yeah, my distance vision just plummeted. And it's funny because you don't realize it if you had good vision and then it goes like that. You don't realize how bad it's gotten until you're squinting to read and somebody tells you, hey, you need to check your eyes. And then all of a sudden you wear glasses. And you're like, oh, that's how the world's supposed to look.
It's 12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock, everybody. And Julie says, can't wait to see it, Emmy. I've got to get going. Hope to see you guys later. Bye, Julie. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know you guys you're out and about, so thank you. Karen says, I appreciate all of you tubers. I've learned so much from all of you. That's awesome. I'm so glad to see that. And honestly, the YouTube community, Yarny YouTube community is amazing. I love it. And there's room for all of us here. Hey, y'all, I have a giveaway open to worldwide 2 winners. That's Veronica. So she's got a giveaway on our channel. And Ursula says, that's great, Veronica. I'll check it out. And Nancy says, I was bullied also. I was a super skinny kid, name calling mostly, but I had a girl punch me out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. I've never had that happen. Mine was mainly making fun of you, like behind your back. I was pigeon-toed, so I still am pigeon-toed, but it was more prominent as I was growing up. And they would mock the way I walked behind my back. I had no clue until somebody told me. I would have preferred to never have a clue, to be honest with you. Oh, that's cool. It was so fast. So they keep your eye open for you, and it was so fast. Oh my gosh. So I had this one eye doctor, and obviously he was not one of the better eye doctors. Try to put eye drops in my eyes, and like he was wrestling me in the chair, trying to keep my eye open. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. They put that drops in to dilate. Now I've had doctors, they put it in the corner of my eye because they can't hold my eye open. My eye's like, no. That'll be kind of funny on a playback. Emmy says, I'm planning on being home for the live. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm dropping my hat, not hate hats off today. Oh, your hat, not hate hats off today. Awesome! Yay! Are you making more, or are you going to be moving on to something else? I know Sanita is making a lot of hat not hates, or hate not hats, or hate not. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm getting it all like messed up in my mind. Ursula says, I'd love to get rid of my glasses. Can't stand having to wear it. So don't you think, Sanita, so do you think, Sanita, for bad vision to have what done? Which one would be better to have what done? And Jill says, I still need reading glasses, but now I have 20/15 vision. That's awesome. Yay. Ingrid says, Crystal, I'm so sorry to hear that. Please know that you are amongst friends here. Here is no bullying, and we love you for you. Amen to that, Ingrid. Thank you. Hugs. And Karen says, I've worn glasses since I was 12. I had cataract surgery almost 3 years ago, and it made a world of difference. That's amazing. Yay. Nancy says, my youngest son was married just 2 weekends ago. Oh, congratulations. Him and my new daughter-in-law both had LASIK last year. Okay, and I guess they really enjoy it, or the results of it. Ricardo's here, says, hi again, my battery's out, so I came back to from my husband's phone. Oh, okay. Well, that's right. So that's Viviana under a different name. Angel says, hello all. Hi, Angel. So nice to see you. Kim says, I was bullied badly in 7th to 9th grade. Thank you. So it feels like it starts in middle school. In 9th grade, I guess that would be going into high school. But I was targeted by our hockey cheerleaders. Oh my gosh. But we're going to go back to what the wise one on the hill says. Hurting people hurt people. We have a top nationally ranked hockey team. And Amy says, sorry. Hi, Allie. Ursula says, raised by a single mom, I only considered my mom's opinion and thought all kids were stupid. I love that. And it's funny because my mom was disconnected from kids her age, and it's mainly because she was a military kid, so she moved around a lot, and she really. I do have some great people that I grew up with. I grew up in a small town in Florida, and there's some amazing friends that I've made along the way. But she said, girls can be nasty, as she was growing up. So she really has no connections back to her high school. And she was made stronger for it. Trust me. My mom is a powerhouse. I get some of my stoic nature from her. Actually, I get a lot of my personality from my mom. I look more like my dad, but I get a lot of my personality from my mom. Anyway, back to what Ursula was saying. Says, thought all kids were stupid. So that opinion made me really untouchable. That's awesome. I love that. Any comments just ran off me like ducks, like water runs off a duck's back. That's awesome. I wish I could have been like that as a kid. Kim says, I can't even fathom that in my town, 5th grade is middle school. 11-year-olds with 8th graders. No. Well, here, yeah, that's what 5th through 8th was middle school, 5th through 8th. And yeah, it was interesting, but that's okay. We made it through it, right? We're all better for it. That's cool. Ursula says, so that single mom, and my mom was a single mom too, by the way. So that single mom did a good job teaching my brother and I that she respects us. So as a result, I can have respect for myself. So I teach my kids that as well. Wise woman on the hill, right there. Wise woman on the hill. Tammy Twyford says, have a great day, everyone. Stay safe and crochet on. Bye, Tammy. Kim Knight's here. Hi, Kim. She says, hey, Kim. Hey, Ursula. Oh, I'm backing up here. And Ingrid says, Ursula, my eyes were lasered in 2000s. I used to wear spectacles from the age of 9. 2000, I had a compatibility test. My eyes qualified, and I had the surgery. No more spectacles since 2000. That's awesome. Hey, Ingrid. Hey, Nancy. Kim saying that. And Ursula says, I was an athlete in school, always the tallest till the last year of high school, very quiet, so you wouldn't even know I'm in your class. I was so shy, I think kids thought me aloof, so they didn't bother me. That's one thing to remember, too, as far as like, when you think somebody's stuck up or aloof, generally they're just very shy, and they're very introverted. That at least has been my experience. And Ursula says, thanks for that. I'll check it out for sure. I hate wearing glasses or needing them. I love my glasses. They hide the bags. Look, see? Can you see the bags? Right? So, and this is where, don't get me wrong, I have other things that age me because I got this line here and I got little wrinkles here, but this really, I think, ages me. So I'm going to just hide those again with my glasses. Thanks, Ursula says, I still got you on 2 devices, not risking 1 device. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mwah. Kim says, hi, Julie. Emmy says, I had a speech impediment for way too long. I was teased mercilessly. Oh my gosh. And then you can't help that. It doesn't even matter if you can't help it. It just, Anyway, people, right? Go back to the wise woman on the hill. Yes, that's right. That's what you are today, Ursula. You're the wise one on the hill. Hurting people hurt people. That's going to be our mantra. Jamie says, I have 2 rare eye diseases and lost my left eye 24 years ago. Oh, I have 20/200 vision in my remaining eye. I'm legally blind. Wow. So how does that affect your ability to crochet? Do you do it more by touch, or I'm just curious how that works out? Crystal says, thank you, Ingrid. I really appreciate Thank you, Ingrid. I really appreciate that, especially when I am almost 400 pounds and have seizures and PTSD, and my husband is working from home all the time. It's been getting to him. That is tough. You have so much going on, Crystal. My heart goes out to you. So much going on. We love you. Adore you. They are my in-between projects. So Emmy says they are my in-between projects, and I totally, yeah, my brain, I missed something there, I think, or forgot something. That's probably more likely. Kim says, I also changed school in 7th grade to a Catholic school in a different town. Had to make all new friends, which I am horrible at. Thank you. Right. So, and Kim, I imagine, I think you're younger than me, but I imagine because I think that we have some similarities, especially in our interests and stuff. But like there's this awkwardness. And if you can get past that awkwardness, then you develop amazing friendships. But you have this like initial awkwardness that makes it hard to make friends. And I feel like that's where I am, what I do. So I don't know if that's the same for you, but I feel like that's what happens with me. And of course, moving to a new school. And that's the thing you don't realize is and at a Catholic school, there's very tight knit. So you're going into a situation where all these other kids know each other. So that you either become like the most popular kid in school, or you end up in a situation, I think probably similar to what you are in, because you become almost outcast because you're not already in a little group, which is horrible. Shouldn't be that way. Hi, Zinira. How are you? Hey, when are we announcing the winners of the giveaway? So my giveaway for the Darn Good Yarn Box, that will be posted as a video tomorrow. And other giveaways, the date that I'm going to announce the winner is usually in the video. And Sanita says, I thought cataract surgery was only if you had clouds in your eyes. I thought that too, Sanita. I didn't know that it had to do with age. You know what, Shannon? That's true. So Shannon says hormones have a lot to do with it. And that's probably why the middle school years, because that is when the biggest changes happen. So especially for girls in the middle school years, it's like the end of the elementary years through the middle school years. And then the boys are at the tail end of that middle school year into the beginning of high school years. So true. So true. Emmy says, surprisingly, boys can be horrible too. And my experience has always been with girls. I've never had as much issue with boys as I have with girls. As I was when I was growing up. And Kim says, hey, Mel, I got prescribed glasses at 20 years old when I lived out of state for a job/school program. Lost them on my move back home. Now I wear readers to read and crochet, but I can't walk in them. Oh, I imagine not. But I'm going to finally get my bifocals this year. Actually, I need to make my appointment. So I'm going to finally be getting those this year. My kid and my husband got their glasses first, but he really needed some glasses. So this is my year to get the glasses. Jill says, I was getting cloudy vision, but most people will have to have it. Most people will have to have it done, I bet. So past a certain age, instead of LASIK, get cataract surgery instead. Okay. Why is my battery low? Why am I not plugged in? Ro, can you please check and make sure I'm plugged in somewhere? Why? Oh my gosh, I'm unplugged. Hang on. This is going to be a disaster. Hang on. Got it? Yeah, it got unplugged somehow. Probably one of the cats carried through the house. Oh my gosh. All right, it's got me plugged in. Thank you. I was in the red. Tries any cheap glasses are the best. They are, but I like to try them on, and I need to. If it wasn't for the fact that I need bifocals, so I love this shape and this size glass, but I don't know if this will work with bifocals. I'm probably going to need actually two pairs. So progressives for when I work, and then that's the ones where the bifocals on the side, and then the bottom ones for when I'm out and about. So we'll see, because I don't know. And then of course I need the sunglasses too. But yeah, so I have gotten, in fact, I don't know, it wasn't these. I've gotten another pair from Zenny, and I really liked them. It's just that I need to see what kind of shape of glasses I'm going to end up with the bifocals. I'm getting old. Amy says, hi, newcomers. Try. Excuse me. No, Ursula says, I can't see the bags. I need my glasses to see the bags. I love that. That's funny. You crack me up. And Jamie says she crochets by feel because she's legally blind. So I was asking her about that. She crochets by feel mostly in counting. Okay. I know you could probably see like a vague image of the final product, but that's interesting. That's fascinating. I couldn't imagine being in your place. So more power to you for being a crocheter. Wow, that's awesome. Karen says, I went to Catholic all-girls school, high school in the 60s. Surprisingly, I didn't have many problems with other girls, just a couple, but some of the teachers were bad nuns until my dad stepped in. I've always heard that. That's one of those persisting rumors, you know what I mean? That the nuns, the bad nuns, the mean nuns. Nancy says, my last eye exam revealed I had the start of cataracts. They aren't bad enough to correct yet. I bought some new glasses since I wear no line bifocals and transitional lenses. Florida sun is intense. Yes. Well, and if you have lighter eyes, the sun can get to you. But I don't like having the transition ones. I use regular sunglasses. I might get transition though. The sunglasses are good for in the car. I don't know. We'll see what I end up with, right? One day y'all see me with some different glasses on. Thanks, Emmy. Emmy says, you're a beautiful, Mel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Kim says, I am 40, Mel. Are you 40? Really? I thought you were younger than that. I really, really did. I thought, and it wasn't like behavior wise. I just, for some reason, I was thinking like you were like mid 30s, maybe. So you aren't too much younger than me, actually. I just turned 46. Well, in December. And Kim says, yes, Mel, we have our unique personalities, right? And it's so funny because you don't appreciate awkward until you get older. And then, and also if you've been the awkward one. So I love awkward now. I love it. If somebody's awkward from the get-go, I'm like, thank you. So am I. Awesome. All right, I'm going to ask the third question. So I have been asking, excuse me, I'm so sorry for the sniffles. It's just, anyway. So my questions that I've asked so far are, and I want to get this third one asked because it kind of all go together. So I want to get this one asked before we wrap it up, because I am getting, I've just been chatting away, and we've had some really interesting conversations and stuff today. But so the first question that I ask, and we're still focusing on reflecting back to 2020. So the first question I asked was, in what ways did you grow emotionally in 2020? And the second question I ask is, in what ways did you grow spiritually in 2020? And this one, my answer is going to be kind of funny. In what ways did you grow physically in 2020? I'm like, well, my belly grew a little. So, hey, I call it the COVID 10, 15. maybe 20. I don't think I really actually gained too much weight, but I didn't lose weight. So I probably when I go to the doctor again, she'll be like, "Oh no, Mel, you gained weight. My dog's gained weight." So anyway, that's my answer to how I grew physically. Now this year, after we're able to get our vaccinations, which I think both my husband and I can get vaccinations, but they're running out, and I really want the elderly and the medical care workers to get them first. But we're both considered frontline workers, and I may actually wait to get mine until my daughter can get them. So anyway, once we are able to get vaccinated, then we're going to be looking at going to join a gym. And I think I've talked about that before. Sanita says, I did get blue light glasses because my eyes are more sensitive to the computer and phone screen, but it doesn't have a prescription. Okay, I have some blue light glasses. I'm wondering, can you get prescription with the blue light? You probably can, right? I would think so. I need to do that. Yes, protect your eyes, Sanita. And Ingrid says, ladies, I have to go. So sorry. Thank you, Mel. Take care. Stay safe and bless everyone. Bye, Ingrid. I know you're probably already gone by now, but bye, Ingrid. So nice to see you here today. Mwah. Amby's here. Hi, Amby. So nice to see you. Good afternoon. And Maribel says, hi, Mel and everyone. Hi, Maribel. And people saying hi and bye. Kim Knight says, I was in 14-inch ninth grade in the early 80s. So you were 14 in the ninth grade in the early 80s. Okay, got it. So you were definitely an 80s kid then. And Ursula says, enjoyed it, Ingrid, Maribel. Ah! Hang on. Oh, you're 49 today, Viviana. That's awesome. Do I have you on my list? I do. You guys, I didn't even say this. I have my birthday list. And yes, Viviana is happy birthday to you. That's so exciting. And then the other person having a birthday today is I Bring It. And that is the last of the birthdays for January. So I probably won't be saying any happy birthdays next weekend, but the first weekend in February I will be. Anyway, happy birthday, Viviana. I know you go by a different name, but I'm so used to calling you Viviana on here. I hope you don't mind. All right, you can upload your picture and try them on. I know, but I'm not sure what shape will work. I know I can try them on. I'm just not sure. I'm a tactile person. I think that's what it is. So I'm going to spend a little more money the first time, and then I will spend less in coming years. Once I know and settle on what I want. And also I like to try on my sunglasses. I like big sunglasses. And Zenny, I didn't notice that they had very good frames for sunglasses. And I do have vision insurance, so that'll help with it too. All right, I'm back. I'm catching up. Amby says, don't know what y'all are talking about, but see people saying things about where they were in the early 80s. I wasn't there. Oh, Amby was born in 87. Hey, Amby, how are things going, by the way? I know that you were dealing with some stuff, I think, if I'm remembering right. So just let me know how are things going. And Viviana says, thank you, Ursula. Oh my, I could be your mama. Yeah, talking to Amby, right? I can't be your mama, but well, I mean, I guess physically I could have, but I was still when she was born, I was still in middle school. So Crystal says, my husband is 10 years older than me. He went to a Baptist school all the time he went to school, and I went to public school. So how was his school, the Baptist school? I was raised Baptist. I went to a public school though, but I was in a small town and I went from kindergarten through graduation. So, and that makes a difference because you get in your fit in. So when you move between stuff, it's harder to get in your groups that are already there. But I had my set friends. I had a set of friends. I made new friends as I went along, but I had people I grew up with, like from kindergarten all the way through graduation. So Jill says, who is the oldest person here? It's not me. I will say that. It is not me. Oh yeah, so Nancy says I have sunglasses to go over my glasses. I found a Walmart. I found some to do that here with, but I prefer just to have plain regular sunglasses. Emmy says 51 here, feeling it loads. Don't act like 50. I act like a 12-year-old boy. I love that. Oh, Nancy's going to be a grandma again. Yay. And Kim says congrats to Nancy. And Michelle says I lost 20 pounds because and this is the physical. And I remember you telling me that, Michelle, and that's amazing. I lost 20 pounds because I was more aware of what I was cooking and eating. Doing less meant I needed to take in less. That's true. That's good for you. I totally have not been paying attention. And I lost my spot. Okay, there we go. It says, I wish I grew in 2020, but no, I'm still only 4'8". You're small, a little one. But you know what though? I bet you're feisty, aren't you? You're feisty. I'm not that much bigger than you. I am only 5'3". Crystal says, I think I might be the youngest here. So are you younger than Ambi, Crystal? And Amy says, my jean size got a little bigger, more snacks in the pantry. Right. I have had more snacks in the pantry from this year to the point that I've gotten sick of certain snacks. And Ursula says, oh, I actually shrunk a bit in 2020 because I discovered YouTube, and it was such a game changer. I would forget to eat, right? Because you get really focused in on what you're doing. And if that's all I did, that I probably would have lost weight, because I get focused and I don't even think about eating. But with my job now, I kind of snack and work. And yeah, anyway, I wouldn't do that with YouTube. It was such a game changer. I would totally forget to eat. Unbelievably, stress way down even after losing your job. So I'm in a better place for sure. That's awesome. I love that. And you made lemons out of lemonade. Oh, wise one on the hill. Jamie says, haha, oh my God, Sumatra size. I meant Smurf size. So you know why I didn't say that out loud? I was wondering, I'm like, what does that mean? That's amazing, Jamie. If you go back and read Jamie's comments, she says a word that I wouldn't say on camera. But yeah, okay. Thank you for the laugh. That was awesome. And Maribel says, happy birthday, Viviana. Oh, you guys are awesome. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Kim says, hey, Maribel. Amy says, I gained enough weight to move up a size in clothing. Don't actually know what weight I started at, so don't know how much I gained. I only know what my weight is now, 4'11", and I'm 215. So yeah, I understand. I understand what you're feeling there, MB. I'm in the similar boat. Happy birthday. And Sanita just turned 39 this year. That's awesome. And there's more happy birthdays to Viviana. Yay. And byes to Ingrid, because I'm catching up and I'm way behind. Okay, so and Viviana says, Kim, love to be called Viviana. Okay, good. Oh, and Ambi turns 34 March 4th. Why did I think you were younger? You know what? Maybe I'm just getting older, so I feel like everybody's younger. You are all in your 20s, right? Right? You're all in your 20s. And Maribel says, I graduated high school in 87. Kim says, bye all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Much love. Bye, Kim. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really trying to catch up. I want to make sure I catch up before I wrap up for today. So we may go just a smidge over, but I want to get all the comments in. Oh, Ambi, my son's birthday is March 4th as well. And Lori says, oh, Lori, hi, how are you? It's so nice to see you. She says, sorry I'm late. As I say, you're never late. I'm always happy to see you whatever time you can be here. Been cleaning up a little, so I don't feel so bad being on YouTube Lives all day. I understand that feeling. I get it. I so get it. And Kim says, bye, Emmy. Nancy says, my eldest son already had the vaccine. Oh, that's good. But he works in a hospital pharmacy, so that makes sense why he would have it. He actually worked with the vaccine last week. He decided to get it since his wife is expecting. My birthday is October 3rd. Nancy, do I have you on my list? I need to make sure I do. I know I have Ambi. I'm pretty sure I have Ambi. What? I don't have Ambi. Ambi, are you the one that said, who said their birthday was March 4th? Yes, that was Ambi. So let me get my pencil. Why don't I have you on here, Ambi? I thought I did. And then Nancy's is, my birthday is October 3rd. So let me check October. Make sure I've got Nancy in here. Here we go. I do. I've got Nancy. I thought I did. Kim says I graduated in 85. And Jill says I graduated in 81. So we got a lot of 80s kids here, huh? I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Actually, I'm not catching up. What I'm doing is I'm going back because it popped up on me. I'm getting there. I'm a firecracker. That's awesome. I love that. Is there a prize for being the oldest? Kathy Ann's asking, is there a prize for being the oldest? All of the wisdom. You can be on the hill with Ursula. Okay, so Kim says I graduated in 85. Here we go. Any glasses they can do can be sunglasses. Okay, that's cool. But I know that they get, but I like the bigger ones that like cover the sides too. And I just didn't see many like that on Zenny. But yeah, you're right. My husband actually has the same exact glasses as his regular glasses and his sunglasses. He just picked the same frame and tinted one. And Ambi says she's okay. She's still she thinks she's mostly over her cold. Her mom still has a lingering cough. I hate the lingering cough. Kim says she's 53. Jill is 58. Kathy's asking if she gets a prize for being the oldest. I'm not saying that you're the oldest, but my mom graduated in 85 or 86. And that Ambi's saying that. And Jeanette, hi, Aunt Jeanette. She says, good afternoon, everyone. And Ursula says, 51 here, 52 in March. When in March? Do I have you on my March list, Ursula? My mom's birthday's in March, so my ears always perk up for March. Check on me. Yes, you're the 20th. Got it. How do I get one of those cups you're drinking out of? Oh, okay. Well, actually, it should be in my description box, but the Yarn Hookers Etsy store, you can get it from there. And this is the 15 ounce, I think. The bigger one. It's the bigger one. But it should be linked in my description. If it's not, let me know, and I will get you a link. Ursula says, I don't know why, but all my friends are always short. Is it a case of opposites attract, right? Because I remember you saying you're tall. Do you know how tall you are in like, what do you call the measurement? Is it empirical? I don't remember. Anyway, like in foot and inches. Do you know? Nancy says, I'm 61, was married and 3 sons in the 80s. Crystal says, he went to Heritage Baptist School. That was also a church, and they had set levels for kindergarten through 6, was downstairs, and the rest was upstairs. Then church had a separate building, and age is 38. Wow, I thought you were younger. Nancy's slightly older than me, says Jill. Tammy says 2020 was challenging for me after my back surgery. Yes. And then you also retired too, which is good for the back surgery because you can rest. But as far as physicality goes, that can be difficult. So it says after my back surgery at the end of 2019, I had to adjust my whole way of life. No more gardening or anything that was very physical, but that helped my crochet skills. That's awesome. That is very awesome. I'm glad you're able to work it out. How's your back feeling these days? Nancy says, I was raised Catholic and went to public school. I married a Jewish man. That's interesting. So there's 2 faiths because they're very ritualistic faiths, both of those. So, well, faith can be ritualistic regardless of which denomination you go through. But that's interesting. Ursula says, every time you say wise one on the hill, I crack up laughing. I'm glad I can make you smile today, Ursula. That makes me happy. And Ursula says, no, the question is, why is that word even in Jamie's prediction text? I get some crazy words in my prediction text, so I can't even speak to that. Nancy says, I lost 35 pounds in 2019 and gained only a few back. Congratulations, because it would have been easy to gain that weight back in this year. So good on you. That's awesome. Ursula says, don't worry. One size is not more than 5 kilograms. I don't know what that means. I'm confused. Where do you like Crystal Haze? Amby's asking, where do you like Crystal Haze? Maribel is saying, hi, Kim. Crystal says, Amby, what do you mean? Hi, Mandela. How are you? Mandela Spark says, hello. First time here. I'm so glad that you're here, Mandela. I'm sorry it took me a minute to get to your comment. I'm catching up, and I'm actually running over today because I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Anjanette says, LOL, yes, I am in my 20s. That's right. You are all in your 20s, at least in my head. Lori says, I realized I was getting older when even the professional athletes look like babies, right? Right. Or you look on like TV shows and you're like, oh my gosh, is that person old enough to be like playing an adult actor? And then you realize they're an adult. Nancy says, Ursula, I'm 10 years older. And Amby says, Crystal, I have a Heritage Baptist school and church in my town in Georgia. Just wondering if you live here too. That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry. Oh, and Crystal says, no, I live in Oklahoma. Wanda says, I will be 63 in April. Happy early birthday, Wanda. Karen says, my birthday is October. Hi, Nancy. My birthday is October 6th. I need to see, Karen, if I have you in here. Because when I was asking those questions, I don't think you were following me. Nope, I don't have you in here. You will be now. I like to remember and say happy birthday to people. That's such a special day for each individual, so I love doing that. Karen. Here we go. All right. Anjanette says, my husband had the vaccine too since he works in the hospital and the high school, and I have a chronic illness and a terminal one. And she said, and then Anjanette says, I graduated in 88. Okay, I graduated in 93, by the way. And Wanda says, mine is April 28th. Yay, Wanda, because I didn't know yours either. There's April. I don't think I knew yours. Let me check. Nope, I don't have you on the 28th. You are there now. Wanda. Birds. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So I've been, that's awesome. Maribel says, I've been with the same employer since junior year in high school, 1985. That's amazing. You've been with the same employer for that long? And I thought I stayed at jobs for a long time. But my longest job was 10 years. But and then my shortest job, and that's only because they let me go, was 1 year. But usually it's around 5 years. And then, but I'll probably be with where I'm at right now. I'll probably be with them until I retire. Ooh, and Jeanette says, I'm actually 51 as of Christmas Eve. Happy late birthday, Anjanette. Let me make sure that you are on my list for December. There's a lot of December babies. I do. I got you on my list. Amy says, 80s girl. And Ursula says, 20th of March is my birthday. Yep, I got you on here. Definitely. Kathy says, well, thanks, LOL. Married in 82 and I wasn't 10. She's 61. 61 years young. And Lori says, Etsy link is below. Awesome. Thanks, Lori. I'm like, I think I put it in the comment in my description. I may be the oldest one here. I'm 66. Our sons are 40 and 36. That's awesome. So your sons are my age, actually. Oh, actually, you're my mom's age. I just realized that. Because my mom will be 66 in March. She is 20. She had me at 19. So that's how I remember her age. And Nancy says, I'll be 62 in October. Hubby hit 65 this year. Yay. Ambi says, so what do y'all remember nostalgically from your childhood? And Google conversion says I'm 5.93 feet. Got it. Okay, so you're almost 6 feet tall then. That's wow. So you're probably like 5'11". And it popped up here. Nancy says, Karen, we were both Libra. Not that I believe in astrology, but you kind of keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? And Ursula says, one size up in clothing is only 5 kilograms in weight gain. Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah, see, that's not much. We can lose that, right? I work in a school and walk miles a day during normal operations, but with a shutdown, not so much. Gained 25 pounds since last March. Oh my goodness. But I'm right there with you, Lori. I did the same. So Tammy says, I'm doing okay. It's probably going to have a spinal stimulator put in. Oh my goodness. It's supposed to help block the pain. I hope so. Because that's so much better than like taking pills for pain management. So yeah, another surgery is never fun, but I'm up to 4 surgeries now, I think. So I understand it's never fun. The worst was when they had to cut me from like totally up the middle. Yeah, that was that healing from that was a little freaky. I'm just saying, because I got a belly, and yeah, it was. I called my doctor crying because I was afraid that my insides were going to spill out. It was horrible. It's like, I healed though. I'm fine. Nothing horrible happened. My doctor was so it was the surgeon. He was so understanding of my fears and like this what it was building up in my head, my anxiety. And one thing, so Ambi says, one thing I have nostalgia for is technology not dominating our lives. I love 90s TV shows. Yes. I actually agree with that. Technology. So when I was growing up as a kid, one of these days I'm going to end my chat, and I'm sorry it's taking so long. I'm actually going to stop reading comments and end it at 1 p.m. because otherwise I'm going to start getting hangry. So just to let you guys know, but I'm having fun. So stay with me as long as you want to stay with me. But one thing I remember when I was growing up, this was in the 80s when I was a kid in the 80s. High school's different. But as I was growing up as a young kid, we lived in this neighborhood. It was on dirt roads, maintained dirt roads, like gravel and dirt roads. But it was a brand new subdivision, so they didn't pave the roads right away. It was just the main road coming in and out. Anyway, we would walk all around, and walking to my bus stop was fun. In fact, I remember walking home from my bus stop, and there was this gigantic snake, and so many snakes. So many snakes in this neighborhood. They were being displaced, so you could see them active throughout the neighborhood. Anyway, but we would walk all over to each other's houses in the neighborhood. I mean, like, it wasn't just a block away. We would walk several blocks to go visit with our friends. And then we would play in the woods all day long. I probably had more dangerous run-ins with snakes than, like, not, I'm talking poisonous snakes. This is Florida. So dangerous run-ins with snakes that I'm lucky to be alive. And I love that. I was outside all the time. In fact, I love playing outside. And maybe I shouldn't admit this, but I was like 6 years old riding around on my bike, right? So I'm well potty trained, but I was having so much fun that I ignored my bladder until I was racing home, and I ended up peeing all over myself because I was having so much fun outside. And now kids, they don't do that. They play inside. They play with their video games and stuff like that. So yeah, I get so focused sometimes, hyper focused on things sometimes, especially when I'm having fun, that I forget that I have to pee. I even do that here. Even now, even though I work from home and my bathroom is a few steps away, it isn't until my bladder's like, you got to pee, you got to do it now, or we're going to have some issues. And that was a little babble there. Ursula says, I realized I was getting older when actors I admire started going gray. Right. And then you look at them and they're gray and they got the wrinkles in the eyes and everything. And you're like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. And you still think they're handsome. And you remember when you were younger and you saw somebody in that age group and you're like, they're so old. How are they handsome? Like George Clooney. That's somebody who has aged like a fine freaking wine. Just saying. Anyway. Brad Pitt has to be honest with you. Nancy says, I go to a Baptist church. Hubby goes sometimes. Yes, I was raised Baptist. I also did a lot with the youth group for the Methodist church as well, where I grew up. Lori says, another clue I was old. Old men on TV and movies looked sexier than the young ones. Thank you. When you look at the young ones, you're like, oh, he's such a baby. Like the guy who plays Spider-Man now, he looks like such a baby to me. But I'm sure that much younger people think he's like super cute and handsome. And me, I'm like, he's just a baby. Nancy says, I'm going out soon. Okay, Nancy. Well, if you leave, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. And Jamie says, I never felt so old as I did when I heard Oh my God. Yes. When I heard on the radio that Guns N' Roses was considered classic rock. What? What? No. Kiss is classic rock, not Guns N' Roses. AC/DC is classic rock, not Guns N' Roses. But yeah, I guess so, right? I guess I can see it. It's been what, 20 years and stuff, and they made some good music. Although I had a hard time loving them because they had the media liked to pit them and Poison together, and I was a big Poison fan. My first celebrity crush was CC DeVille. Yeah, I pick the weird ones because that's what I do. And Amy says, so true, Lori. So true. Ooh, the older ones start to look handsome. Chris, and you're looking at the dads in the TV shows now, and you're like, oh, he's cute. But when before you were looking at the others, anyway. Crystal says my husband's birthday is in February. Awesome! So he's going to be 1 year older soon. Tammy says I forgot to give you my birthday, October 26th. Yes, I need it. Let's go to October, Tammy. October. There we go. Whew, I'm getting hot too. There we are. I love saying happy birthday to people. Okay. Karen says, oh my God, you're all the same age as my grandkids. What? Like I'm the same age as your grandkids? How old are you, Karen, if you don't mind my asking? You don't have to answer. And Lori says, I graduated college in 93. Oh my gosh. Oh, Petra's here. Hi, Petra. I know I'm on a little bit late today, but the chat's been really good today. And hopefully you guys don't mind me staying on a little bit later. Okay, bye, Nancy. Saying thank you so much for joining me today. All right, I took Julie's lead. I am munching golden grams. Yes, while watching. Yes, Julie loves her golden grams. And Crystal says nostalgic thing I remember is the rotary phone. Yes, and I actually love the sound of the you turn it and then the clicking click back. I love that sound. It's somebody should make like an ASMR video of that, right? Jill says rotary phone on the kitchen wall with a 50-foot. We were I forget who I was talking to about that. Maybe it was in one of my lives, but oh my gosh, that cracked me up. Because you would take that phone cord and you would pull it into your room and it would stretch, and you'd get in trouble if you started like stretching the coils out of it, but you do it anyway because you did not want anybody to hear your conversation. Crystal says, bye, Nancy. Emma says, many old stores that are not around anymore. Yes, like Blockbuster. Going and looking for a movie on Friday night at Blockbuster was so much fun, but yeah. Bye-bye. And then there was Kmart. We used to shop at Kmart often, which was replaced by Walmart. I think there's a few Kmarts still around. Thanks, Petra. I'm so glad that you're here. So Petra says, I'm going to hang out for a minute. And Ursula says, I think, what about a smoothie before the live, just so you get through the live without getting hangry, right? I think I need to do that. Oh, Ursula, you're so sweet. So sipping on something more filling, right? Being selfish, just love hanging with you. I love hanging with you guys. So I'm so excited to have everybody here. Shannon says, I had a friend. She had a stimulator put in. She's crying because she was finally out of pain. So that's something for you, Tammy. That's awesome. I hope that if you do get that put in, that it really, really helps you, because that's tough. Lori says, nostalgia. My dad's quarter-acre garden. Oh, love that. Of course, I hated the work, but loved the products. So much better testing Tasting when fresh when you've worked for it. Absolutely. Petra says, Ursula, I sure wish I would change my lifetime so you can join me. I miss you. Aw. Which I need to catch. I know I've caught at least one of your lives, Petra, but I haven't caught all of them. Which I have a hard time catching a bunch of lives because of just what I'm doing. Which I know you guys all get that. It's hard to get to everybody. Amy says, hi, Petra. And, oh, yes, John Stamos is another one. You're right. He's still very handsome. He's got that head full of dark hair still. Oh, very handsome. He is aged like a fine wine as well. Tammy says, Shannon, that will be me too if it works. Thank you. Which I hope it is. I hope it works. Jill says, Sean Connery, yum. Now, see, now Sean Connery is outside of my age group. So to me, he's too old. But that's only because I didn't, he's not in that group that I'm used to. Although he's still very dashing, regardless. Miss him in the world. I don't miss him. I didn't know him personally, but I miss him in the world. Tim McGraw, what a handsome man. So Sonita says, LOL, Mel, my dream boat is Tim McGraw. And Petra says, Sean Connery, yes. Sam Elliott. Oh, isn't he the one with like the full white mustache? Isn't that Sam Elliott? He's very dashing too. And he's had white hair for as long as I can remember. Oh yes, all three of them. I'll take Mel and Jay and Jill. And Ursula says, Petra, must catch your replays. I will for sure. Have to do that. That's a promise. XOXO. And excuse me. It popped up again on me. Yes, and Jill says Sam Elliott is yum also. And Amby says the guy in Roadhouse and the ranch. Can't remember his name. I don't know that one. I'd have to look it up. Dang it. ACDC like it. Right, Inga? And oh my gosh, Nirvana. Well, I guess they are. I guess they really are, because it's been what a band's classic when it's like 20 years old. So I guess so. I always thought of them as grunge and not rock, but really they are kind of rock. It's just a different type of rock. Amby says Sam Elliott is so yummy. And Jeanette says, yeah, I have been being told that Poison and Def Leppard are classic rock now. I say, no way, right? My very first concert was a Def Leppard concert. And I'm sorry, but ain't no drummer these days got anything on the Def Leppard drummer. Anybody who can drum with one hand, yeah. Yes, you are. I'm 72. Karen says, yes, you are. I'm 72. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm so glad that you're here with us and watching YouTube. My demographic is usually somewhere between, I'd say between 45, usually. They go outside this, but my demographic usually ranges between 45 and 65. So yay, I have somebody else from another demographic. Oh, that's so cool. So Michelle says, my oldest grandson's name is Cobain, which is a beautiful name. And Amby says, when I heard the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were making a comeback, that made me feel old. I followed the very first boy band. Anybody know who that is? They're actors now, by the way. Well, two of them. Well, one's the brother of one of the members, and they're both actors. Not all of them are actors. Just this my favorite in the group was an actor. I'm not naming him either one because I'm waiting to see if somebody gets who I'm talking about. Jamie says, I never gave you my birthday because I stopped celebrating when I turned 29. you'll just be 29 again. I've been 29 for way over a decade now. That's right. Exactly. Emmy says there is a song called 1985 by Puddle of Mud that you must hear. It is amazing about being. I need to listen to that then. I need to go find that. I'm sure I can find it on YouTube. Listen to it. I will go find it. Puddle of Mud, 1985. Oh, yes, that's such a great one. Jamie says, Puddle of Mud, she blank, beep, hates me. That's a good one. And that was a great video too, by the way. Jamie says, Lori, don't ever say that out loud again. What did Lori say? I don't remember what Lori said. I know I read it out loud, but I remember. If you watch React videos, they have some that are, if you watch React videos, they have some that are like that on YouTube. I'll have to watch that. I do watch some React videos. They crack me up. Bowling for Soup has a song called 1985 too. Oh, cool. All right, so it is 2:00, and I'm not going to catch up on everything. Judy, that's the problem with him being quarantined. It's in my bedroom with all my yarn. Oh, my daughter's yelling at me. Well, I am talking about him a little bit, but I'm talking more about his brother and the group that his brother was in. Ursula, I'm answering you. She asked me if I was yes, Ambi, NKOTB. So New Kids on the Block. I grew up with them. That's who I grew up with. And Donnie was my favorite, Donnie Wahlberg. But he's an actor now. But Marky Mark, his brother, had his own solo, like just a couple hits. Which he hates now, I think, if I remember some of the stuff. But he's an actor, and he's actually even more popular, I think. Well, he was in movies. He hasn't done much lately. But Donnie's on Blue Bloods, so, and he's been on other stuff. In fact, the first time I saw him acting was when he played a part in what was that first M. Night Shyamalan? I can't ever say his name right. God, what was that one? You know, where the kid says, I see dead people, that one. Anyway, he the first time I saw him was in that movie, and he had lost so much weight for the movie, and he didn't even look like the same person. It was crazy. All right. Bye, Petra. I got to run too, because I need to go get some food. The first boy band, I forgot about Menudo. You're right. They are the first boy band, even before New Kids on the Block. New Edition, you know, and I never thought of New Edition as a boy band because they weren't like promoted that way, where they had like the dance numbers and stuff. So I never thought of them that way. Mark has his own carp place. What does that mean? I know that the Wahlbergs actually have, I think it's Donnie and their older brother, who was never in showbiz, but they have their own burger place. And I know they had a reality TV show for a little bit following them. You know, actually the Jackson 5 were the first boy band. You're right. But they weren't like labeled that back then, because they were also a family band. So you're right about that. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for joining me today and sticking with me throughout this whole live. It was a pretty long one. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you guys don't know yet, I do have a 1K giveaway going on. So go check that out. And of course, come back here to my channel and catch us live tonight. Me, Julie, and Ginger, we're going to be live with our yarn hookers thing. And we're going to be talking about chunky weight yarn. So yes, it's my late lunch. It's 1:00, so it's not that bad. But anyway, you guys have an amazing day. I will catch you all later. Bye-bye. Mwah.